Good afternoon. Welcome to Anglin Motorsports. My name's Craig, and this is the first video of our new channel, Anglin Motorsports, where we go out and do all things with cars and adventures, restorations, builds, all sorts of different fun things that have something to do with automobiles. Today I'm going to start off with a new video of my dad's van. It's a 1996 Ford E-150 Econoline Club Wagon, and my dad bought it brand new in 1996. It was his vehicle that he used for his company, and when he passed away in 2018, I ended up inheriting it and literally didn't have a reason to use it. And so it actually sat here at this lot for many years. And in that, the battery died a few times. I kept it running, kept doing some things. Well, recently I've had another issue with another vehicle that my son's been driving, and it's a blown engine. So that'll be another video and another series that we'll tackle soon. But right now, I've been working on the van, getting it back on the road so that my son can use it. And it's had some challenges, and boy, it's challenged me. But through YouTube, I've been able to figure out some things that I had no idea about. So first I tackled the battery, and that wasn't it. And then the ignition solenoid, I changed that. That wasn't it either. I went all the way down and figured out how to get the starter out, which was a challenge, and that wasn't it either. And then the universal safety switch underneath attached to the transmission, that was it. However, there's still problems. It was put on new. My son helped me do it, which was a challenge in itself, getting underneath the van. But then once we got it in there and had to adjust it, we thought we had it right, but then the gear shift itself still has some play in it, which learned recently that there's an adjustment for that and a couple of screws, torque heads, that'll actually tighten those up and hopefully make that a little tighter and actually know that the car's in park. Because when it doesn't think it's in park, it won't crank, it won't do anything. And so that's been some challenges. We thought we had it back on the road. The other day I let my son down at the gym, had to get it towed back here to the lot. Funny enough, I jumped in it and it cranked right up when we got it back. So a few things. Let me do a quick walk around and show you the vehicle, and then we'll actually get into some of the things that we've changed and some of the things that we got challenges with coming in the future to get this van back fully operational. So let me show you now quickly the van. This is it here, the van, 1996 Ford, green with two-tone gold with a red pinstripe. It's all factory here. This thing is custom through and through. It is not been anything done to over the years. You can see the headlights here are kind of faded out. We got some paint fading on the hood and up on the roof. Also the windshield wipers, they're starting to rust out a little bit. The vehicle itself is, in decent shape as far as everything on it, but sitting out in the Florida sun, it's pretty tough on these vehicles. The doors don't open right now because the little latch is in there. We've lost the clear coat back here, and so that's going to have to be challenge. The drip edge also is an issue all the way around. Starting to get rust, and the stuff that goes in between there to kind of help that water run off, it's all dried up. These doors don't open either. The little grommets in there have to be changed yet. But the van itself, overall, is it's still in good shape. It's got about 175,000-ish miles on it. My dad used to say he wouldn't be scared to drive it to California tomorrow, and honestly, it's in pretty good shape. The only one thing that he did, he actually put some straight pipes on it, so it really sounds great. Really sounds good. It's a lot of fun to kind of rev it up, you know, a little bit, and as you're going down the road. The van itself is a fun van, and I've been pretty bullheadish about keeping it and not getting rid of it. Sentimental, obviously, to me, because it was my father's, but other than that, I think there's, you know, some still good life to be left in this van, so I'm going to try and figure out what we can do for it. Anyway, let me show you a few things that I've done to it since I've been trying to get it back on the road. So the first thing we did is had to go underneath the steering column here. I took this out. I actually put it back in, but just to show you what I did, underneath here, there's quite a few things to do with the ignition. The ignition switch is there. It's got a little pin that goes into the deal. This is the play that I'm talking about in the gear shift. And so when you try and crank it, you have to lift it up like this so that it knows that it's in park in order for it to start. Kind of like these days in modern cars, you use your brake. You push a brake and it pushes the lever and it's kind of a safety valve. Back in the day, these vehicles, it was to make sure that the vehicle was in park. And so that's how that worked. And then, so as you can see here in the van, most of the van's in really good shape. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a little dirty right now, and the headliner's starting to starting to come down a little bit, but it's got dual air, which this guy right here is not working right now. So this I have on order. We'll be replacing that soon. The radio actually works, however, the speakers are in pretty bad shape. They need replacing as well. And as you can also see, maybe with the sunlight coming in, let me see if I can block that. The odometer is I guess sun crusted out, and no longer can you see the mileage, which is kind of a bummer. I pulled this piece of plastic off because the hood latch had broken, and so it is a bit of a pain to get out as well. Had the hazards on somehow, must have hit that when I was showing you. So yeah, then obviously cranking the vehicle is sometimes a chore. Let's see what happens here. I'll try and crank it. Fires right up. Unbelievable. Yeah, so the other day when we were stranded, it wouldn't do that for love or money, and you don't know why. And that's the part that is frustrating, especially when you're trying to get, you know, something running and usable. Some of the mysteries and some of the ignorance on my part, because I'm not an auto mechanic. I'm a enthusiast. That's about it. So learning what's wrong, and actually when things go right, it's a big win. It feels great to be able to figure it out on your own. In today's economy, spending money at $75 to $100 to $150 an hour for labor is difficult, and I think you know what I mean. So anyway, taking you out here to listen to it so you can hear the pipes. I'll let it play for a second. Yeah, my dad was he was a big hot rodder back in his day. He loved it, and he enjoyed racing and doing all sorts of stuff. All right, so let's open up the engine here while it's running. So here we are at the engine. I still haven't cranked. So as you can see, I put in a brand new battery. I think these terminals could probably be changed out. Haven't done that yet. And I also put on this new solenoid here, and that was a wow, that hurt. Don't ever hit your head on these. They make bad bargains. Anyway, I put the wires on a couple of times wrong, and when I finally figured that out, 3 or 4 solenoids later, yeah, it started to work. And since then, I've also put in a new blower motor and a new resistor for the air condition, and I'm still struggling to try and get that running. I'm going to try the control valve next. Hopefully that'll fix that. But through and through, the vehicle, as you can tell, I mean, it sounds great. New radiator cap. A little bit of discolorization there. I don't know why that might be. But it's a 351 Windsor, I believe. Really good engine, V8, 5.8 liter. And I'm learning a lot about it every day. I'm sure some of you guys out there can tell me in the comments what I have, really. You know, when you inherit something and you're not really a mechanic by any stretch of imagination, a lot to learn. So I can't actually get underneath it. I don't know that I can show you. I'm going to try just for fun here. Let's see what happens. Underneath here, get down here on the ground. Yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see that. That's the switch that we changed, the neutral safety switch. And you know, I still think it needs some adjustment. And at the moment, being that it's here on the ground and not on a lift, is very difficult to operate. Get you guys back out of there. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so that's the van. Lots of things going on here to try and figure out. A lot of fun. We've got other issues to take care of. You know, electrical systems, like the passenger window doesn't go down. Those doors are shut at the moment based on the switches. Same thing in the back there. You can see I've got the panels off. I'm working on trying to get the new clamps on in order to get those doors to operate pretty well. But all the interior is still in good shape. Yeah, this was beads from a carpet mat. They broke off the bottom. I already threw that out. That goes to one of the speakers things there. This part here is kind of tore up. That was actually broken back in the day when my dad had it. The front of it fell off. He actually had a little like a little caddy that was in the middle there that he carried stuff in. But all in all, the vehicle's in pretty darn good shape for almost what's this, 28-year-old video. 28-year-old video. It's in still good shape for a 28-year-old vehicle. So we're going to continue to work on it, and we're going to continue to do more series videos to this. This will be a short video today, just introducing it and introducing this channel. But I hope that you can come along and enjoy. Please like and subscribe. You know, I've got 1 subscriber right now. You might be number 2. I hope you are. And we'll see what we get into. I've got a lot of aspirations and things that I want to do. Before we go, let me turn this guy off. Here we go. Before we go, let me show you my my vehicle that I have over here. This vehicle is my daily, and boy, do I love it. I've been in this guy for about 4 years now. Bought it brand new. This is a 2020 Jeep Rubicon Launch Edition Gladiator, and boy, I love it. So you can see here, it's a little dirty. He wasn't planning on being on video today. I've actually upgraded to some 37s with some Method wheels. Those are the Yokohama Geolander AXTs 37s, and I actually have underneath here a 37 in the spare compartment. The tonneau cover has been great. It's starting to get a little old now. A few of the straps on the inside are broken, but still works really good for me. It does have a 2-inch leveling kit, but that's it. I've not done anything else to this vehicle. I had plans to make it an overlanding vehicle, and may still do that for some adventures in that world. But it's a fun Jeep. It's been great. We take it up to the mountains quite a bit. I just have this is the original OEM bumper that I took the edges off to make it more of a stubby, and I just have recently put on the open road 13,000 pound winch, which is fantastic as well. So yeah, that's us. That's the channel, Anglin Motorsports. We got a lot of things that we're going to want to do. We got 2 boys and my wife, and we're going to see what we can get into, and we hope that you'll come along and enjoy some of the content, and please help us along the way with some of your comments. We're not mechanics, we're not body repair people, we are just enthusiasts. We just love it, and we just want to get involved and use different vehicles, motorcycles, boats, obviously automobiles, and things around that. I also have some history vehicles that I want to get into. My grandfather had an A model that he passed down to my uncle, which we still have in our family, which is really sweet, and so I can't wait to show you that. That'll be for another time. So like and subscribe, please do that, and also give me a thumbs up. I know the video is not that great, but the thumbs up just helps the channel, that's all. Helps us with the algorithms and getting involved in the car community. So have a great one. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy Anglin Motorsports.